mali safi huko.
So welcome back, guys. Welcome back to part 2 of building authentic relationships. Kama uja watch, pozia hapo, chana nayo, just go back. It was a fire episode. Just go back, watch it, then utarudi hapa. So for today, I have a couple of new guests. I'm sure Wairimu walikuwa hapa last episode, but we'll have an introduction space. So guys will just tell us their names. Alafu mtuambie if there's one skill you'd like to learn, what skill would it be? Tuanzia na ile side ingine.
Hi guys, my name is Nia. Happy to be here. If there's a skill I'd want to learn is like maybe learning a language, my mother tongue. I feel nasikianga vibaya. Mimi ni msiwa kutoka Meru, man. I love that language. I wish ningeza kupata like opportunity nijue, like I converse with my people. That would have been great.
That's nice. Mzee.
I'd say selling. I'm Lincoln Gakuya by the way. Lincoln Gakuya is my name. The skill I'd like to learn is selling. Everything is sales. It's like somebody kwa pulpit lakini. Everything is sales. They're selling you the dream to go to heaven. So selling is the skill I'd like to learn.
For me, my name is Jojon Korea. A skill ningependa kulearn is playing the saxophone. Inakanga cool, so yeah, why not?
Kwa radio?
Kucheza sax. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Wairimu Kefa. A skill I'd like to learn is snowboarding. It looks hella cool. Yeah.
Explain
Kenya.
Kwani ni must nijifunze Kenya. Si travel kidogo.
Manifesting.
Nisikie kama skill yangu inakaa tu worthless.
Hiyo ni poa. Nyinyi wale wanasikia lakini siongei. Do better.
Snowboard ni kukanyaga alafu
Unajua Kikuyu?
Unaweza ongea? Tuambie kitu.
Demweratia.
Okay. Simba.
Sema snowboarding na Kikuyu. Snowboarding na Kikuyu.
Wacheni.
Kali. So tutaanza na our first question. So what would you guys define as an authentic relationship? Tunaweza anza my left.
An authentic relationship. I think to me it means one where I feel seen, I feel heard, and I get, how do I describe it? Like it's a nice experience. See every day unaamka fighting for your life kwa relationship yako, and also you get to experience each other in authentic ways. There's no other way to describe it. Yeah.
I'd say authentic relationship. I'd say I feel it means true. No lies, no shortcuts. Maybe being your whole self without feeling like you need to pretend to be someone else to fit somebody else's preferences. I feel like authentic relationship is just you being you without faking anything. Like without putting another face, like to fit a certain place. Like it's just being totally you. Yeah, being authentic.
Just being yourself.
Yeah.
However,
like kawe ni Meru na like hizo majina zinakuletanga shida, like just being you.
Shots were not fired.
So I think for me an authentic relationship, I think nani amesema tu vizuri. It stands out from like the rest. Like normal relationships are to people like maybe even say our age right now. I think what is the goal of a relationship? Like experiencing love, being loved as you love others, that it a relationship and you fulfill that, like that exact purpose and ilikuwa meant for. That makes it authentic. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so the next question, Basi, because you guys have already defined what you think are authentic relationships. So have you guys been in a situation where like uko kwa relationship then una feel like I deserve better?
I deserve better.
Whatever relationship I'm in, sahi, maze, looking back at it was not what you'd define as an authentic relationship right now.
Looking back,
ama hata sahi ama ukiwa like during time kwa relationship yenyewe.
Okay, so I'd say maybe a past experience. I was in a relationship at one time and I felt like it was forced. Not forced, like in a situation, like you want the girl, then she says no, and then after some time, like 6 months later, she's like, hey, you still there? I may break up now. So I think when that happened and then to get into a relationship, maybe if iko authentic.
Bro, don't you feel like you're a second option? Yani unangoja mtu aache ndio.
Man, okay, squad.
Like, were you blind? Ama ulikuwa high school?
Where's the self-respect?
I know.
Sasa tunaona ndo maana si authentic.
Ulikuwa high school ama ulikuwa high school ama campus?
Wacheni niongee, man.
Okay, ongea.
Oops.
Jiongea.
So like I feel ilikuwa like when you have a huge crush on someone, like unajua ilifanya nikalan like whenever you want to get into a relationship, make sure she loves more than you, like ili ukwe na okay yeah.
Ni sawa.
Yeah, at least ukwe na the upper hand, usiache ukiwa heartbroken.
Lakini hata ukisema hivyo hujawahi kwa ile situation yenye you thought the person loved you more and then anakuhuu mpaka sasa inakuwa wewe ndio uko na more feelings.
Yeah, welcome to Nairobi. So
utafanya nini ukijipata hapo? Si bado akipata utakuwa heartbroken.
Yeah, by the way.
So hata ukisema mambo na upper hand.
Oh, like yeah.
I think kwa team tu moja like I'm love than the other. It has to be like
okay.
It's like somebody say equal, but the point of a relationship is like inakonga a two-way thing. So long as your love is reciprocated in the same side, inakuja like in equal sides, it's still okay. Si lazima ati moja apende kuliko zaidi ya mwingine. Ati ndio na show like
okay.
More.
When I mean kupenda, I mean like when I mean want you, I mean the person needs to like show like she truly appreciates you like way before. Then you commit to something that later on you learn. See, haikuwa as much
genuine.
That
So in short, like you want
nataka kwanza kuona like okay, do like unaona for example from that experience ilinifanya nitake kwanza kuona like is it true or is just doing it?
So you want the person to be all in from
like all in. To see kuona like inaweza kuwa like all in like to kukuwa na hiyo probability ama kuwa na like those chances of
signs of working out.
Before the actual
that's what I mean.
Okay.
Ili nisiende nichome mafuta huko.
Alafu
igongwe.
This kugongewa concept is because me personally, a friend of mine said infidelity does not exist in a vacuum.
What?
Infidelity does not exist in a vacuum. Anajijua. Mna load acha ni water down kidogo. Infidelity does not exist in a vacuum. In that huwezi gongewa kama hakuwa anataka kugongwa in terms.
That guy gets it.
In simpler terms, but the kugongewa nini is kidogo hiyo language sipendi, but at the end of the day there has to be something that triggered your infidelity. Haitakuwa tu the person cheated hivyo tu not si ati itakuwa fault yako. Like there is a reason hata kama whether it's coming from the other person or it's innate, like imetoka kwake, like your reason ni something that ni yeye imemdrive ya kacheat. So hakuna kugongewa. Ni huyo mtu alikuwa anataka hiyo kitu ifanyike and that's why it happened. In my opinion. That's just
tukitengeneza ya over 25 podcasts I can export
to export. But then ulize swali, let's say you're dating somebody and then that person cheated, who would you blame?
The person
See the
I'm with.
person.
The person who cheated.
The person who cheated.
Yeah.
Let's say it's like a friend who cheated on you with your nini. Like let me give you a scenario. You
Speaking from experience.
have a girlfriend. No.
Kuna beshte yangu.
Kuna
Asking
beshte
for a
yangu.
friend.
Nasema for like example,
Yeah.
you have a partner, and let's say kama Jojo niko na dem, then you have like a friend who's a dude, and they know you're in a relationship, and they like interfere, he or she interferes with it, and like ana cheat in the end. Sindio,
With the-
who would you technically blame at the time?
Both of them.
Both the two.
Both the two. Because like I feel like kuchiti is a conscious decision. Haujipatangi ati utelezangi oops nimecheat like
Oops.
usemangi oops like huwa anaamua au mwingine anaamua then you guys actually do whatever you guys were doing but
Went for a date. See, cheating scene. Yeah.
But cheating can also be emotional. Like,
Cheating emotionally.
Ama unyinyi cheating yenu ni lazima like people.
No,
Seriously,
like
expound. Like I think cheating emotionally.
Okay, for cheating to count as cheating to you guys, lazima ikue like something physical happened.
No. Okay.
technically like
Inafaa kuwa.
okay
no,
That's
like
easy.
crossing the lines equal like physically, but if you see
To
someone
like attention pia like inaweza
Yeah.
kuwa cheating juu if she gives somebody else more attention than me.
T-boy bestie.
Hey man.
very sorry bana
Mpendi hiyo story.
Like,
Understandable.
okay, so an example, let me ask this. Your relationship is a relationship. If you have a parent and the parent loves one child more than the other. So like is it
Hiyo tu ni
ama tu like
Hiyo tu
una
ni
accept
kwa
to like
bias
situation
kidogo.
but
sasa hapo context ni hizo vitu mbili hazifananishwa.
So like
In my opinion.
see in relationships.
okay I feel like to some extent inaweza kuwa ngumu because I feel like kuna mtu anaweza view as getting more attention kama kupendwa na kuna mtu anataka kuachwa peke yake like
Or context.
okay. Yeah, so I feel like but for a relationship same like if you same like I was planning something then umse mwingine akuite for something else if you opt to go with that other guys whatever same kama ni like lunch or just spending a good time
Yeah.
then here inaweza raise some question marks
Yeah, see that's what
Okay,
I was
cool.
saying like emotional
Yeah.
like hakuna any physical act involved. Inaweza kuwa either they are talking too much, they are hanging out too much, they
Young
are
calls.
Or confiding
Yeah.
confiding in
On call.
someone
midnight
too
calls
much.
mali
like vitu zenye ukiangalia kidogo hakuna, the boundaries are getting blurred.
Will you be comfortable if your guy had a girl bestie? Red flag ama green flag ama tu.
the whole career.
Hapo sasa okay like mi siwezi ni I'll just avoid being in that situation. Hizi ni vitu unaulizanga like do you and then sasa unajua hapo kidogo siwezi instead of trying to be with someone who already has a girl bestie na wewe you don't it's not comfortable, you're not comfortable with it, so you'd rather just find someone who doesn't have one. Same way as kama you're like, oh, I don't like being with people who drink or smoke or something, and then now you go but you're dating someone who does that and you're trying to change them. You'd rather just find someone who doesn't do that and you be with them. Yeah, so I wouldn't go for someone who has a girl best friend.
So meaning okay, you guys can answer. I add something to it.
Unaweza ongeza?
So do you believe like guys and girls can be friends?
Platonically. Yes.
So but you're not comfortable with your guy having a girl bestie?
So two things can be true at the same time. Like two things can be true at the same time.
Okay, cool.
Like mimi tu siko comfortable. But watu wengine wanaweza kuwa comfortable nayo, but for me it's a no. People can be friends, yes, but pia wewe unajua sometimes maybe the boundaries zinaweza kuwa nini kidogo
mayai na mlango
mtu anaweza guza mrima
no can you
Have like if I have a girlfriend, allow that person akuna like a boy bestie or something. I don't know. Me,
just happened once.
no. let me tell you something. For me, even having a relationship with a Chile, you have to be like principled or like moral or like, let me say, we have to be like transparent and honest with each other. Such that mimi hata sitaki kuuliza like maswali mingi like at you're going out with your friends, I won't ask in detail that if you're going clubbing, if you're going in things, so long as you like have that, you've established that trust with me that even if you go out with Nani, you won't do this and that. So like even for me, if you have a friend who is a guy or a Chile or whatever, and my nini inaka maybe sus-ish, so long as I know we have I trust you enough to not do this and this, which inaweza tuletea shida, then I won't have a problem with this.
That's where trust comes in. So
Okay, I'll pose this question to Neil because yeye ndo hajajibu. Like, have you been in a situation where like you feel like the relationship yenyewe is not worth the effort you're putting in?
Well, niko catalog
bro, kwani how many lives?
Kwani umekuwa kwa kijana mdogo?
Let me say this kwanza. I don't think I've ever been in a relationship.
How do you mean?
Because
Situationships.
See, I'm explaining.
There's any sheeps, man.
So, like in campus, I've never established like a real relationship na mtu. Like boy-girl relationship. Like I can call you my girlfriend and claim you as that and whatever. I don't think nishaifika hapo. So, as a high school, sijaizichukulia like really seriously because I don't think there was anything long-term established hapo. Una get?
You guys were dating in high school? Wow.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
So,
You're good children.
Nina feel ni kama haiendi mahali, si ndio? A time
Friendships.
Okay, the friendships. Like that's the mean hapa ni relationships.
Sorry.
So like, I think there was a time I felt like, when you force somebody to need too much, like, nikita nikuelezea aje sasa. I was with this Chile once. It was during COVID, by the way. But nimekumbuka. Okay, near high school, but technically, I asked the question, alisema yes, with the girlfriend. Sindio?
So, bro, man.
So relax.
Okay, it's your life, by the way.
So, what happened was it was during COVID and we were on lockdown, not back from high school. Nini from chuo, sindio? So, nikiwa mtaa, because Chile tulikuanga naye primary. Tulikuwa naye primary. Remember Chile alikuwa into Grace?
Bro, you don't mention names, man.
Okay. No, it's cool. See,
okay, cool.
Nah, we don't talk to each other. Akipata footage, it's okay.
Laughing with the clouds.
Yeah, nipaki hiyo nini, unataka hiyo emoji ya clown hapo kwa uso. So what happened was we were close-ish at the time because tulikuwa tunajuana primary, she disappeared for a while and then I met her in church. Sindio? So like I got her number, started texting, we got a little bit close. So like, alafu najonga ile upuzi ya high school watu wanakuanga nasema, what are you doing right now? I want to go take a shower without me. I was like cringe, super cringe. Okay, so yeah, we got like really close and I think I popped the question at a certain time. And she was like, yeah, why not? So we kickstarted things. So for me, I expected like if I'm in a relationship, I want to spend time with you. Hata kama ni COVID, there are some restrictions, at least make a small effort or some time, not even like online and stuff, like just physically. I don't know if we ever met once, but I think it was still at church. So that was tricky. Alafu, but this was an ini from my side. What?
It was all through the phone.
Yeah, that is what I'm getting to.
Okay, so sorry.
You get
man.
So ilikuwa inafika to a point where, but I also had some faults on my side. I want lie. Like I was the type of dude, if I'm not meeting up with you physically, at least like show me something like una exist. Like vile mtu ana pop up anasema sijui tunapiga picha unasema ngaje?
Proof of life.
Exactly. Unatoka unasema proof of life. So I'm like, my girlfriend, like I want to see you or something. If I'm not seeing you physically, let's
doesn't make sense. Yeah.
You get? But I know technically, Pia, it's wrong. Like if somebody's not comfortable in sending you like a picture, it's okay. And it wasn't like an explicit picture, just a normal picture. She wasn't somebody alikuwa anapenda kuchukua picha, and now I get that. But at the time, singe like
yelewa.
So the more we are with each other, I don't meet up with you. chatting is not as often and I don't get like an opportunity to see you, I feel like it was not going anywhere. So when we tried to talk about it or like tried broaching that subject, it actually ended very quickly. Ilikuwa tu like, let's just call it quits. And then I sit by myself najuliza for like 2.5 or 3 months hivi. What have I been doing here? You know, I feel like completely pointless. So even I couldn't get a establishment you need to begin with. Maybe I didn't get back to friends. Maybe then like later on, if something goes well, we'd see. But now I feel like I completely wasted my time up. And see it in fault yake, like both of our faults. Not both of our faults, but it wasn't like the right time.
We were still children.
It was not going
campus. High school. Za watu wakubwa.
Una disagree?
I mean, like, if, of course, like, haitakuwa the same as dating while in campus, but you can still do serious dating in high school.
You know,
if you establish, like, ground rules. Yeah.
But still, let me ask you, out of how many, like, of all relationships inakonga, like, in, hata tuseme campus pia, lakini sana sana pia za high school. Not to campus in short. Like out of all those relationships, ni gani is like which relationships inakanga na watu wako like wanasema they have a long-term goal? Or like do you ever, let me ask you a question, like uko na relationship just for like vibes or something ama do you like see marriage in the future?
Yeah,
well,
for sure, man.
Like
me for sure myself. Yeah.
Do you envision something like marriage in the future?
I do.
Because if not, that means you don't have a long-term idea on whom to.
Like,
so
why waste your time?
Why waste your time there if you don't think it's going to be something?
Okay,
long-term?
so that explains something. Yeah, I've been wondering, Manzi. Me, the last time I was in a serious relationship was 2020, and the next time it was 2023. So it took me like 3 years to like kind of gain the courage and kind of because usually date long-term. You dem aliniumiza nini? Juu nilikuwa nisha envision like the future. Juu mi na date long term. Yeah, so lafu unaona like some guys, the guy who wants me, mwana na kazi hapo hivyo still like the guy ameanza ku date 2 dem after 2 months ameachana like amesha date tu mwingine man. Kwani how fast do you guys fall in love, man? Because like is that even true? Man, I'm like hiyo stuff inanisumbuanga nashindwa like how fast ama ni mimi ni mambo different juu sizi move on that fast ati this day I'm with this Chile, I'm taking her on flights. This day after some time, so you know the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So like, when I did say a socialite, how fast does he move on? Like, I'm not good for that. So maybe I should ask someone that question. I can be like, the joy of like ukiwa in such a status, huwezi kosa dem anakutaka. Now the joy of being loved is what makes him happy. So that's why maybe he gets into relationships fast.
So
yeah,
hajali kama anapenda that person ama anadai that person, bora huyo mtu anamdai yako tu sawa.
The joy of being loved, like that.
Yeah, tu ako sawa, bora tu huyo mtu anamdai na anapenda.
Maybe.
Yeah, makes sense. That's why maybe they are moving on that fast.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Ama nani hapa ame move on fast atuambie how they do it.
Emi ushtuka na wasi.
Sana change kama nguo.
Mimi siwezi sema say moving on fast.
Ni like forgetting.
Ni when you mentally check out before relationship iishe. So like hautaumia as much.
But do you feel like that's healthy?
As in true.
That's a trauma response to haufai kuki mentally check out alafu sande unaachana na mtu. Inafaa unaachana na mtu alafu una.
Yeah, exactly.
Siku hii ukiona ni relationship alafu unaachana na mtu.
Because I don't think that's healthy.
Yeah, so
unachanga mtu mwingine ameumia so like yako hapo tu nadhani hivi.
Anashindwa alafu mimi nakuwa na mtu mwingine anashindwa
Acha nikuwe devil's advocate hapa. Like ukimwacha tuseme assuming ulikuwa umwache June. Then you check out in
umeka date timeline.
Azizi tunasio then umwache in May, then usema uli check out May, then you leave the guy in June na uliamua kumwacha immediately June bila kucheck out. Does it have an impact on the other person?
Yeah, it does. Because let me defend some scared.
Yeah.
For a relationship to prosper, we believe in something called communication.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, bro. Me and honest, like so what I was telling you, like if you're principled and like in a relationship, if there's like a developed sense of transparency and honesty between you and your partner, if you're not feeling it, just tell me. bro, even eventually hata kama nitakuwa hurt at the moment, I will appreciate the honesty of you telling me that, because let me tell you the truth, it's a two-way thing again, sindio? I can't force you to love me. Love just comes genuinely. So if you fall out of love with me, just tell me. Even if I'm in love with you, at least the hurt will be less later on, and there will be actually more appreciation for you, like being honest with me later on. Unaget? Than mimi kuliko umesha achana na mimi kiakili, then you're still together. Sami tu niko hapa all rainbows and sunshine nikidhani everything is okay, but kumbe wewe ulisha check out kitambo. Then when you eventually leave me, you're like, wewe ni kama haumi, but me I feel like my world is going down. You get me?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
But can you really blame that person for trying to look out for themselves? Like at the end of the day, self-preservation is
if
equal.
it's looking out, do you usually have a replacement for your relationship? Like
No, like
during the
ukitoka
You look first to heal kwanza before
But I feel like hii ni kwa selfish.
wacha niongee.
tunarudi tundani kwa feel tena.
Mimi, I used to, I think I will still check out before I break up with someone. Because, I don't know, a couple of experiences, alafu unaona tu enyewe hapa, if I'm looking out for me, I'd rather be okay for a while before nitoke. Alafu, haikuangi ati everything is rosy when you're checking out. You're checking out because things are going downhill. So already I'm so sure the other party has an idea of what's going on.
But there has to be a reason behind you checking out.
Yes, sasa ndio nasema there's a reason.
Okay,
There's a
Then why
reason
not
behind
address
the
the
checking
issue?
out,
A question.
and it has been, and mimi nitai-address a couple of times I'll address it. But when I'm seeing like you're still doing the same things, I'm still getting hurt,
Okay,
I may
that
have to
makes
look out
sense.
for
That-
myself.
no, that
I
makes
have to
sense.
look out for myself. So I'll just check out a month or two. Sasa ikifika the second month, I'm like, this is not working anymore. Or if the other party ata initiate, mi nitakuwa sawa either way.
No,
Yeah.
that makes sense if you like try to address the issue and you don't see an outcome from it. That is why I'm telling you, if you're in a relationship where the two say that you need is a form of like principle and you need transparency and honesty with each other. When like may believe also in maturity here in a relationship. If you come to me with a problem that maybe I'm not delivering in this manner, we address it together. We give our opinions. Like let's say if it's something I can do, I'll try and to like manifest it. Sindio? But if it's something I cannot do, I can also oppose and say like, hey bro, yes, labda sifiki bei. Then we come to a consensus with each other. You get to figure mahali we can agree on. Like let's say if it's taking you out for a date, if you want to go to like expensive restaurants and stuff, this is just an example. If you want to go to like expensive restaurants and stuff and like maybe says you live up to that plan, am your expectations in here? I can honestly come out and tell you maybe I can't afford to go like to this and this place, but I can take you to somewhere else. If you're cool with that, that's okay. If you're not cool with that, you can also try and find a tiebreaker or something. You get me? So if I fail to, so now in a relationship where like, so may address your issue, I fail to see that nini like me. Let's say you're la, hey,
I thought when in Meru.
you're a Chile who likes to be like appreciated and gifted. Nugget, be it like at a normal bracelet or like flowers or something, those small things that matter. I fail to like see that and like fulfill that nini, and you try to address it, and I fail to also see that and like fail to change. That is when you have like grounds to even leave the relationship or like give me an ultimatum and say, if you don't do this, man, I think I'm just gonna check out. You get that? That makes sense.
So
Sasa okay, tunaweza
Manze nasikia kama tumedeviate from the nini.
okay, cool.
wacha tuendelee tu. So I think Naila mentioned like time ya COVID, time walikuwa na text over phone and everything. So on the same we're in a digital age where like things are moving really fast and a lot of information is like out there. So do you feel like social media has influenced the way guys view relationships?
Unaguziwa.
Wow.
Si muriva.
Expectations go.
Yeah, true.
That hey bro, if you're not doing this, alafu NSG hapo hivyo tu posting it flowers to alafu unaona complaints. Oh, if I'm on that time of the month and then I tell my man tells me sorry, it'll be better, you need to, as into like expectations ni mob. Like, yeah, ni outrageous.
Unajua like kitambo when tuseme age ya watu kama the not even millennials, I think millennials also our time, but let's say our parents maybe, whenever they like came to experience relationships, why do I think ni food ya leo yenye nimekula, sorry,
ni experience
kila mtu amekula hapa hiyo food.
when they got to experience
that one,
those relationships that they had, they actually believed like it was genuine and true. Like hakuwa naamini ati huyu msee anaweza fanya there was no like ideology of like ati situationships, not even kugongewa. There's no like ati friends benefits and stuff.
So nataka kusema cheating didn't exist then.
It was like
it was there, but really not as visible,
widespread as now.
It was, acha niwaambie, the only reason why people weren't getting found out was because hakukuwa na a means for people to like communicate kama social media. But sasa back then ndio watu walikuanga hadi na 2-3 families, mtu anakufa mnakuja kujua akizikwa.
So let me tell you, those cases, it was peaceful. But let me tell you, those cases were, I'm not saying that they weren't there.
It was peaceful.
Very rare. I will say they were very rare.
Haiwezi compare na
like sasa iko so prevalent.
Ni kama watu na flex doing it.
Sasa nitawaelezeaje? I can only explain this na
okay,
that's survivorship bias.
Lakini let me ask you a question.
Just because back then watu hawakuwa wanasikia as much doesn't mean it wasn't happening as much.
But my nini is it wasn't as common as it is now. Like say unaona like tuseme sahi we engage into relationship now. right now we got into a relationship. Relationship. If you got into a relationship na mtu like another example tumepeana ati akona bestie or something, utakuwa like very nini, that wasn't happening in the past. If actually
one question, check, unaweza compare the rate of cheating right now and in the past?
I'm telling you one thing.
Just say yes.
One thing.
Yes,
I can only say one thing to that. And for you to understand, you have to go read on it. Survivorship bias. Let me explain. Let me explain kidogo. Survivorship bias is when, so like the fighter jets, whatever, zikienda to war, and then the ones that came back, unapata like zimekuwa shot like some places, and now those places that they were getting shot at ndio zilikuwa zinakuwa initangwa zie kuri something kunini kitu bas zina reinforcewa. So let's say ni the wings were getting shot at sana, they reinforce the wings, alafu wanasema kwa sababu kichwa ya fighter jet haijakuwa shot at sana, we don't need to reinforce it. That's survivorship bias. It means kuna maybe kuko nje kwa battlefield kuna zenye zilishutiwa kwa kichwa, kwa engine, whatever, zikaanguka. That's why they didn't make it back home. So just because you're not aware of something happening doesn't mean it's not happening. And just because like mnasema kitambo, sasa now I'm saying
keyword
kitambo, I'm so sure the cases were as much as right now.
Not as much as right now.
See, ati mnataka kusema ati people didn't cheat sana. Sasa now back then hata ndio ilikuwa imefichwa kabisa.
No, I don't believe
back
so.
then squeeze imekuwa ni kama fluid to some extent. Like ikugongewa inakuwa meme, then inakuwa so imefika mahali watu wamekuwa desensitized. Like cheating has become to some extent normal kiasi as compared
all I'm saying is it used to happen. Mimi I'm of the opinion it used to happen as much. It used to happen as much, just not that right now watu normalize, watu wamekuwa desensitized, wame nini inakuwa tu your girlfriend cheated on you, ni life manze, move. hivyo tu. So mimi lakini hiyo kusema
but let me ask you, hadi sasa ukiuliza wazazi wako unasema walikuwa na girlfriends wangapi ama boyfriends wangapi compared mimi sasa nikiko na watoto dad ulikuwa na wangapi?
Hata huwezi jibu.
Hata mikono
Unaweza jaza basi.
you get me?
Yeah.
Like the first time they have the when wako na opportunity to experience like love with in a relationship na mtu, they will take it as
genuine. It is authentic. Yeah.
You get it. You get me?
Yeah,
that's why actually
mabarua.
most were actually getting even married at an early age.
The same way you can't measure the amount of single moms right now and back then. Can you explain that through survival? Yeah, you can't.
Single moms. Single moms wameishi.
Nalia Frankie peke yake
in the Kidogo Central community.
Okay.
But pia ni survivor.
Watu wawili wameshikwa.
Survivorship bias.
Najua tutakuwa next hapa hivi.
But like I think walikuwa ni venye tu the stigma was a lot and they weren't as
right now they're calling themselves not single moms but those when you talk about baby mamas and what nazaa tu
Baby mama.
unapata mtoto and that's it.
Sana rap.
Why you
baby mama
is it being pegged on the woman?
Like how many baby
Mimi
mamas?
I've been seeing so many men saying I'd leave kama tu hata tusiende mbali Offset. Offset.
Okay.
Offset and Cardi B.
Yeah,
he was like, you are my baby mama, I won. It's like alikuwa tu hapo just because she's pretty and other people want her, and now because she has his kids ako zile za I won. So anaitumia as a way to degrade
as in one thing
women.
So,
it's because she is tied to him like for life because through the kid, but
soul ties and stuff.
Okay, cool, let's continue. So I have another. Do you think like our great grandfathers had like multiple wives? Then it turned down to like our grandfathers had like 1, 2, and then our parents had 1, and then now it's us. Are you like? Does it affect the way we look at relationships, like as men? To like unaishi tu na time because like this white guys came and told us like, bro, like you just need one, not two. And they're the ones who told us on how to live. Yet we respect that, but yet our great grandfathers decided on how to live with maybe multiple partners.
Either way, kwa hii economy huwezi toboa.
Okay, lakini that's
either way, like
acha economy basi.
Economy wise, logically.
Technically, kitambo it was from a cultural perspective. Like if you had the more children you had, the more wealth you had in terms of like
walikuwa nakula so like.
As long as tuko na shamba,
tuko
na workforce,
economy win. Acha economy win. We move forward.
Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Swali yangu ingine ilikuwa like, what a myth do you think exists to conjure about relationships? Myths like
it was about the
what? Ongea.
No, mimi sijui. Hebu nipe example moja.
Kitu wana believe like okay. Wanna believe like wakiwa in a relationship utakuwa like so happy, like fulfilled to some extent, yet that might not be the case.
Like misconceptions
about relationships.
Maybe I'd say, let me just start off. What do you want in your partner? Like, can't be 100%. Like, they have to be them.
Yeah.
Like, adi like ukitaka a change for, as in, you can't control who they are, but you can just tell them who you want them to be, and then they see how much they can give. Maybe unaweza taka like, maybe Vanilla anasema principles, sijui focus, like, but she can only be as much as she can, as she is.
Like, you can't fix her.
You can't fix her. She is who she is.
If she doesn't want to change, then atabaki kwa whoever she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if she belongs to
She for the streets.
Yeah.
Like that.
She gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, another misconception that you will never get the right partner.
You will never.
Get there. Is it the
Perfect.
perfect
Partner.
perfect? Sorry, you'll get the right partner, but you'll never get the perfect partner. Like, I'll give an example. Na hii mambo ya- like how church tunafunzanga about God. We pray to God. We ask for things like wealth, or tuseme we pray for like, God, I want to be patient. God won't give you patience,
Yeah.
but will give you a chance to be patient.
To show that
You get me? So you want to pray for like the perfect partner for you, but God will give you a partner that you will build,
that you can mold.
that you can mold into the nini, or will help you actually even grow further. You as a person who will love me or what you get me? God will give you an opportunity, or God will give you a partner who will help you become a better person, or will help you mold that person into what you'd want from a woman.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if it's like a myth or misconception.
Yeah.
But the nini that relationships should be 50-50. I believe that inafaa kuwa 100.
Oh.
Yeah. Unaona umeniangalia?
This interview is over.
Blame yako ya 70-30 ni.
Bro, if the chile is failing to like fulfill from our side that yanangoja mimi ndio nifanye everything, no, it doesn't have to work like that. Like you know, other nowadays we're breaking that, not stigma, but that misconception that we are like the guy has to provide everything. Not
Mesota.
See ya mambo ya kusota.
It's not hata mambo
mambo
na
ya
kusota.
kusota.
Ni like
If you there's that person who is willing to
shida ya machachi.
you will find that person who is willing to reciprocate what you're giving in the relationship, because you won't be able to like satisfy the relationship like for the whole time or like for eternity. There might be a time where you're suffering financial problems, and like maybe the chile can chip in and help, you know. Exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, 100% in that you bring all of yourself, all of your authentic self, and you try to make it work pamoja. Si ati unakuja, okay, I understand like you can't come healed completely, because there are some things you have to be in a relationship so that you can heal from like whatever other trauma or whatever something happened to you in a relationship. So lazima ukue kwa hiyo relationship kwanza ndio uheal vizuri. But like be there 100%, si ati uko acha nijaribu nione kaa na huyu itawak. No, like when you're in it, si ati uko hapo mguu moja nje mguu moja ndani. So both of you need to be like there 100%, and you need to put all your effort, all your time, all your like just be there and experience it as a whole person. Yeah, that's what I mean by relationship should not be 50-50, zinafaa kuwa 100. Wa hii jina mtabadilisha kidogo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think to move on to the last. Okay, it's not a question, just advice. Kwa mtu who's looking to get into a relationship, uko nje sai.
Na watu wana relationship experience wasipeane advice, ndio.
Ami ndapeana.
Mtu apeana cha anajua.
Coach achizangi.
Baya sana.
Coaches don't play. Yeah.
There is plenty of time to have a relationship with someone. Just wait for the right one, the right time. Because I believe vile Patricia nasema, you should bring yourself as a person, as a whole person to another nini. Like huwezi kuja kama nyumba ijamalizia and expect somebody to move in. You understand me? So like for me, my concept of nini
Wisdom.
God damn it.
Wisdom.
Nasikia vizuri.
Yeah. Let me give you guys like side of how I usually think of love, of how my perspective is about relationships. So the reason why I actually haven't gotten the right opportunity to date right now is because I don't think I'm complete. I think I've gone through so much, let me say, not trauma but heartbreak. Sindio? I had so many opportunities to date, but I never took the nini because I felt like I was incomplete.
Nice.
So, so ski many. They were just hard. It's just hard. So what I'm trying to say is like skia. So like the times when I wanted to have something with someone and maybe rushed things, or maybe they weren't the right person for me, and maybe we fell out of love or they fell out of love, and maybe me nikaacha nikiumia in the process, it like took a piece of me. Because how I came, like before kitambo, when I wanted to have a relationship with someone, I wanted to commit fully. And when maybe I never got what I wanted, it took a piece of me. You understand me? So like with the more trials and errors that I had, it continued to take like a piece of me. So I came to a point in realize, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't think there's a need for a relationship right now that doesn't fulfill like nini sahi, and there's so much time. Like the mindset whereby we want a relationship where we can have a view of marriage in the future. If I look at someone right now, nasemanga mimi mwenyewe sijaji established where I want to be. Like I have school to finish, I have a career to build. You get me? I want to be, honestly speaking, for me, I want to be in a point where, like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I will want to fund your lifestyle and also maintain mine. And I also want to establish a nice lifestyle for me. You understand me? So if I'm not there yet, so what is, like, if I'm not there yet now, there's no need for rushing into something. You get me? So for me now, I usually tell people, those people, like, maybe you don't have a relationship with me right now. See, I've told you, like, you guys have gone through so much which has taken a piece of me. So I got to a point where sitaki kunini any further. So like I just wanted to rebuild myself so that I can present myself fully to somebody. So I tell somebody, there's like this song msenitangwa Dean Lewis, Half a Man. The chorus is like, how can I give you all of me when I am only half a man? You get me?
Word.
Like, but what do you mean, like, took a piece of you, and what do you think is the trend that you feel like you are on? Joe, like, you're saying that you want to date when you're established.
So
like, you want to date when you're established,
but not established at kimfuko or nini.
Yeah.
I want to nataka kusema, like, in the sense that nilikuwa nataka kujirebuild, like, even mentally, because like for me right now, if I enter into a relationship na mtu, I think I'll start developing some form of insecurities, because that's even if imekuwa happen. Like nikiingia na mtu sasa niko like, after hiyo mambo yote nimepitia, umse yako genuine aje.
How will it be different when, like, you know the right person? How will you not have insecurity?
I think when I'm able to eliminate those insecurities and manifest something like trust, like fully trust someone, I think I'll be able to throw myself there, like, and I'm like, I'll be ready to risk it. You get it?
Yeah, but I feel when you get the right person, like the right person, even if you're not ready, you'll just and maybe. Okay, so you're still
I don't know if it's everybody, but for me, I usually feel I manifest, like, for me, before I enter a relationship, I usually have a premonition of its failure even before it begins, and that's what manifests now into an insecurity.
And you just
and then I fumble. I fumble. So that is me. So what I was like trying to tell people is like, there's so much time in our youth, because as we're addressing youths, there's so much time in our lives to experience love and establish good topic at inaitwa authentic establish good authentic relationships with people. So take your time.
Okay, so I'd say, so currently I'm in a relationship. I'm proud.
Coffee.
So I'd say I was like nil at first. So like, you just foresee the failure, you're insecure, you're like, you can't trust anybody, you just think that everything will just fumble. But my partner told me, like, you just need to like stay in the moment. You just can't like always look at the negative part always. It's better for it to be short but worth it.
Yeah.
So, but if your partner gives you like everything correct, everything right, just flow with that. Just be open to like, just open yourself up, because I had like the same issue. Usually we felt like, I'm not ready, I'm not established. I used to have that excuse, like, I want to be established, or I have to have like, to be able to provide for you. But in the real sense, it's like, what you two are. Like, is it authentic? How is it authentic? How do you perceive it? It's like in from out, not out. Yeah, so I feel like, just when you get the right person, just give it a shot. even if it's short, even if it's 1 month or 2 months through the phone, it's worth it. It's about the journey, not the beginning of the end. It's about the journey.
It's about the end justifies the means. Where? What are you saying?
It's about the friends you made along the way.
But yeah,
that's why I say life is a journey. So
Yeah.
it's about the journey.
So, a piece of advice to people wanting to get into a relationship:
Mm.
don't. Jokes. I think you should just have fun. Like, make sure too you're having fun. Like, don't be in a relationship where it's a very toxic environment. You're fighting every day. Kama hamfight, unapewa silent treatment. Yeah, try. I saw someone calling it, like, I'll say boring love. Like, go out, do simple activities, and then you paint and sip, and then you mkae kwa park, mkala vitabu, mpige story, and then you picnic. Si kila saa you have to be like at an expensive restaurant. Like, yes, you can do that, but you also require like some quiet alone time with your partner. Like, chill at home, watch movies, have a meal inside. Just make sure you get to experience each other and let it be a fun experience. Yeah, the minute unaanza kusikia nika, like, yes, relationships take work, but it should not be draining. Like, hufai kuko ukisikia nika you're losing a part of you. When Neil anasema, like, unaanza kusikia like you're losing yourself. The minute you start feeling that, then that's not an authentic relationship, and that's not somewhere you should be. Yeah.
Pana mmetupezanitanga nuggets of wisdom zinaitangwa aje? Yeah. For me, I'd say just say one thing. It's a statement niliona mahali. Loving someone is like giving them a loaded gun. Have them point it at your chest and hope they don't shoot.
I'm going intense.
Yeah, so they can either pull the trigger or put it in a holster to use as a weapon to protect you. So whatever you get from that, hope it was idea. Yeah, so that's it for episode. Thank you guys for coming up. Nakutu, just tell us your stories, tell us your experiences.
Yeah.
Na ni hivyo.
Wait, Nivo.
Usikili ilikuwa ni counter story yako na kitu kingine, lakini
Counter.
Nitachoma.
Wait.
Nitachoma.
Last time I had a question and it wasn't asked.
Okay.
Uliza.
Let me
It wasn't
you
asked,
guys.
ama it wasn't answered.
Let me now ask you guys.
Yes.
What do you think about living on good terms or on bad terms, and why? Like, when you ending the relationship, do you want it to end on good terms, and why, or on bad terms, and why? Like, ile bad terms yenye no contact, amuongeleshani, mkipatana mali mnaweza pigana, ama ni ile good terms yenye happy birthday, or can we meet up for lunch, can we you still call each other sometime? Like, what's your opinion on that?
It's best you leave it on good terms.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Like, just because I don't think anyone might be. You're human and I'm human. If we were meant to be, we would have been. If not, it is also okay. It's not the end of the world or something.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't ending relationships shouldn't give us like a nini of hating somebody. Ama kuona umseni mtu mbaya, because that is someone who you thought of like really fondly. Why should it turn to be like something of kitu na unafikiria msiwe like completely disgusted or something? It shouldn't be like that. So I believe in ending in good terms. Atakama it might hurt maybe to see that person with someone else, or like to see that person moving on. It might hurt, but maybe to get to a point where you have that form of closure in your head, or you're like ready to just go on with this person as a friend. I'ma just genuinely see that person as a friend. You don't have to be like involved in their lives, but at least you're in good terms with the person. Like, hi, uko poa? Nini, that's nice, and you live your own life na naishi yake. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I feel like it depends on who wants the closure. So
wewe sasa tuna
like wajua, like at times like it's me who did things wrong, or it's the girl who moved on and she checked out of the relationship, and then you noticed, so it's on the burden of the girl like to come for closure, or it's on my burden to come. Like, I feel like it goes both ways. Depends on who needs it, because kuna mtu atasema okay, so it wasn't good, it was fun, it lasted, so I don't believe in bad terms. Dhanikali kuna macho. Okay, yes. Kuna bad terms pahali lakini yeah, it is what it is. You know, if she says like she doesn't want to see you, she doesn't want to talk to you, like who are you to like break that? You're a madman.
Statement mzito.
Una
Mimi nikieleza nasema life doesn't have to be like a Nigerian movie where mkiachana like inakaa ni kama there's a lot of drama involving witch doctors and all. I feel like bana sisi like ule tunile amesema like you both as long as you guys were actually willing to make it happen and it eventually will fall out, then I think like just living on good terms, like mtu aende kivyake in peace knowing that I did my best na didn't work out. So I feel like just living on good terms would be the way for me. Lakini pia ukilive on bad terms next time unapata inakuwa story, so depends.
Okay, understandable. But now like ni kama hamkumbuki kuna situations where someone will cheat on you, someone will be toxic, someone will be, you can't live on good terms.
That's a POV nilikotaa kuwapea POV. Yes, situation where like I've ever been in a talking stage with someone, sindio? And she's the one who approached me about that point, like why would I want to take things back, like further to another level. So like we were dating. She lived alikuwa naishi mbali side za Mombasa, mimi niko Nairobi, and like but coming to school atakuwa Nairobi, mimi nikiwa side za Ronga, sindio? So like it was during the long holiday, sindio? She's the, I remember hata ilikuwa UEFA Champions League final record watch. Unaona disappearing photo na kuja ati why haven't you ever asked me to like be your girlfriend, like what? Okay, so then we talked about it, sindio? So when in the course of like the months tukipanga like what we'll do, like when we meet up, like if it's spending time together, I'm going out to like this and this place, those are ninis in the process, sindio? But longonde ilikuwa nini ndefu sana for like 3-4 months, you know. And I think like okay, I don't know kama mtu alikuwa na fall out of nini ama alikuwa na rethink their whatever, you just find somebody's vibe may change all of a sudden, you know, like when you spend unaongea na mtu online, you're like, hey, how was your day? Good, how about yours? And then there's that person, hey, how was your day? Bro, let me tell you, an answer from when she woke up to where still parana Uber drivers to drama from like where you get me. Yeah. That was the type of person we could interact with. Then all of a sudden the vibe may switch to from nowhere. Like one word answers, like not even ghosted per se, but just one word answers. Like you feel like the vibe detach kiasi, sindio? Yeah, so this is a story. In came now the semester in answers for shule. Now I'm like psyched to go and see her and stuff. And actually it was my birthday. Nilikuwa nataka kupanga. First person I invited. So what happened was like a friend of mine alikuja. Now she was a friend to that Chile. So when I told her I was inviting her, she's like, "Is you sure she's gonna come?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" I said, "Hey, you know where she is right now?" I'm like, "Yeah." Now she told me she was in. She about to like mtu ako 2 places. Nimesahau ni the locations gani, but let's say for example that mtu anakuambia niko hapa.
You asked her, she told you
she was here, but now I ask her friend is like she's at a different place. I'm like, so let me get there. So when I asked her at first if she's gonna come to my party, she's like, yeah, I'll come. But now when you ask again like 2 days prior to, she's like, oh, anaanza story mingi. Then I'm like, you just tell me if you're coming or not. I said, I don't think I'll be able to make it. Sasa when I realized in the end what was happening, kumbe dem alicheza, unajua kubet tunacheza double chance. It's either this team ama hii team win.
Yeah.
No. So I think maybe alikuwa na nini na mimi.
Alikuwa kadi.
Na nyingine ikaingiana. Game nyingine ikaingiana. Akashinda hiyo. So I find out like she had something with somebody else. And mimi nilirukwa.
Wow.
So let me ask you.
How did you feel?
You at first.
The second option.
But now I want to give you a POV. Like now, see, we're a youth podcast. How can I approach that Nini? Should I leave that Nini? Should I have left things in good terms or bad terms?
That's not for you to like come for closure. That's for the chief to
come for closure.
Okay,
yeah. But shouldn't I like want to like an explanation or something? No,
when you just get to talk, like if you ever talk, you'll be like, What is that? That no, you can discuss it eventually. And you are just like
may just stop talking to her. Eventually.
Usijali siwe peke yako. Mwanzo hadi mimi niko na story lakini sitasema hapo.
In your part 3 kama itakuwa.
Yeah, kama itakuwa.
So ngeacha like okay, even if it's like if I want to deepen a closure.
Okay, for me it happened that way, but it wasn't the type of relationship where like I wanted to cheat, and then I saw the cheat with my friend, and then she moved on with me. So like yeah, so afterwards that's when I'm going to tell them, bro, you know that the day I was with but I've never like talked to the guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's in the place to push it on.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't your friend.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't.
So we've come to the end of our discussion.
Episode 2.
This was awesome. It was awesome having you guys here.
Part 2.
Na ni part 1 episode 2.
Episode 5. But episode 4
5.
part 2.
Hey,
Hesabu imekuwa-
so
hesabu
like
imekuwa
the
ngumu.
last episode of the
Part
series.
2.
Yeah.
This unit that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
Najipata tukiongelea stuff tu tena.
so until next time.
Peace. Make sure you
Bye.
like, share, and subscribe.
Comment pia.
Like inakwanga wapi? Like
No, see,
hapa, like
He don't got a clue in the world.
tune. Oh your tune.
share and subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers. Welcome
Yes.
to
Youthversations.
Advice.
Okay, cool.
Wisdom.
Hey, leo bana mko Meru. Leo me just give it to you. Sasa lazima watu wajue mimi ninaanga ocha.
Amesema nataka kuwa Meru.
Unaona watu?
Kuna sasa? Sasa tumemada by 5.
Ah.
Sawa.